Hey, you guys, is it true that men prefer younger women? I know in the manosphere they talk a lot about what men want, and men want a woman in her 20s. I mean, there are Tinder statistics on this where they looked at the women that men swiped on, and most men would swipe on women in their 20s. Now, having been on Tinder and all those apps myself, I will say that I'm pretty hot for being 60. I have a really good body, um, which I don't show off here because that's not the purpose of this channel. But I have a good body, believe me. Um, and a lot of guys, when they're looking on those apps for women to date or meet, they don't even go up into the 50s because most women in their 50s are chubby, unattractive chubsters. I'm going to say unattractive chubsters. They just look worn out. So if I were to go on those dating apps again and put my age as 30, a lot more guys would pick me because they would see me. I'm just going to say I think those Tinder stats come about because men just assume, because most women after they've had children gain weight and don't keep up their appearances. Most Americans are obese already, and men generally like a woman with a little bit of a shape. So that's why I think those statistics are distorted. When I look at older people who are getting married, they're usually getting married to someone their own age. Now, is it because they don't have other options? Let's look at Jeff Bezos. He has a lot of fucking options. He's one of the richest men in the world. He divorced his wife of 25 years, and who is he dating? Lauren Bezos. Now, she's smoking hot, but she's not in her 20s, 30s, or 40s. She's flat in her mid-50s. Okay? And I am a pretty successful escort. Men pay me to be with me. Now, there are hundreds of escorts in San Diego. Most of them are in their 20s. There are hardly any in my age. I'm probably one of the only escorts in this country over the age of 60. I'd be surprised if there are more than 10 of us. Probably 1% of the escorts are over 50. Most of them are in their 20s. But men will seek me out. Younger men, because of the MILF fantasy, it's just a novelty or a fetish or whatever. My regular clients who are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s prefer me over a younger woman. Why? Okay, first of all, some men are kind of creeped out by a big age difference because they have daughters. And that's what they tell me. I don't want to be with some woman who's my daughter's age. Or I don't want some young girl calling me daddy. I'm like, I'll call you daddy. And then there are other men. I mean, men want someone who's attractive, but depending on how superficial the man is, attractiveness is not the only factor, or youth is not the only factor. The more a man is intellectually and emotionally wanting to be stimulated or met, he's going to look for somebody more at his level who can hold a conversation about the economy or philosophy or his spiritual insights, who has also had children and has that in common with him. And some older men don't want some young woman who still wants children because they've already had children. But they like the companionship more of someone their own age. I mean, and older women are better in bed usually. After 30, we know more what we like, what we want. We have better boundaries. So